There are fewer things as mesmerizing as seeing a baby smile. It is an expression of pure love and joy for no other reason than being alive. All of us once were that baby. Unfortunately, as we grow up, we tend to lose that so-called pure innocence that we once felt and expressed as a young child. As a result, many of us end up unwittingly living our lives trying to find that same experience again. I have done exactly that. For more than 2/3 of my life, I've been chasing the experience of love and joy I had during the first years of my life. Because I had lost it from the moment I thought the girls in primary school didn't like me. From that moment, my life took a dramatic turn. I went off the rails, literally. As a teenager, I started going onto the wrong path. I hurt people, not so much physically, but more so by other actions, which I will share about in my upcoming book. In my search to feel happy again, others also hurt me, both physically and mentally, as I was being bullied during my time in high school. Everything I did, from being a 10-year-old until the age of 34, was driven by my search for love. I wanted girls to like me. However, I never had much success, at least not enough for me to feel satisfied. Whenever I did experience love from someone else, I would always be terrified I was gonna lose it again. That was because I felt like my entire life depended upon it. As a consequence, I was always on edge in any romantic relationship I had. Eventually, after more than a decade of not finding love, I felt so lost and depressed, I decided to flee my country at the age of 22. I ran away to the other side of the world in pursuit of love and joy. From my own experience, the sense of love and joy formed the core components of feeling happy. I moved away from the environment that kept reminding me of what I didn't have. Instead, I started chasing happiness in Australia. On the other side of the world, I found refuge in my work as a festival promoter, as it gave me glimpses of what I was looking for. I felt appreciated and loved by the people I worked with, and also by the people that were enjoying our events. My work and the opportunity to travel the world as part of it also provided me with moments of joy again. However, it was never enough. As a result of my experiences of feeling loved and joyful, only lasting for a short while, I went off track even more. Besides my addiction to work and travel, I also became somewhat addicted to one-night stands, as I started using women and sex as another additional way to make myself feel loved and appreciated. At the time, I wasn't aware that my behavior and actions also had the potential to cause emotional pain to the women involved in my lifestyle. I was constantly longing for confirmation that I was worthy of being loved. I had lost all confidence in the fact that I was, since my time in primary school. 5 years ago, I felt exhausted. I couldn't go on anymore living the lifestyle that I was living. In constant pursuit of love and joy, I burned out my body. And so I did with my relationships. In fact, I didn't have many relationships left anymore, which made me feel even worse. That moment marked the start for me to start going back in time. Because in order for me to find what I was looking for, I had to go and pick it up again where I had once dropped it as a young boy. With the help of other people who had walked the same path before me, I learned techniques to help me re-find and regain the sense of love and joy that I was looking for. 1 year ago, I finally awoke my inner child again. The moment it happened, I could feel my life change in an instant. I suddenly experienced how it felt like to be my just born self again. And I haven't lost that feeling ever since. In fact, I believe I will now be forever young. The key for me to get there was to start participating in courses where I learned to recognize the moments where we tend to lose our essence as humans. As babies, we are born with so-called essential qualities, such as love, joy, strength, and peace. We all have those things, and we feel and practice them effortlessly at that stage of our lives. However, as we grow up, we tend to start doubting ourselves and especially our essential qualities. From my experience, the most vulnerable essential quality we have is love. We tend to easily lose our connection with it. This happens, for example, whenever we don't feel loved or liked by someone else. And this could be by someone we like, a relative, a friend, or even a stranger. Whenever we don't feel the love or appreciation that we were expecting or hoping to experience through an interaction with someone else, chances are likely we will start doubting whether we are actually worthy of being loved, or in other words, whether we are good enough. At such point, a common thought and solution that many of us think of in order to increase our chance to receive love and appreciation from someone else is the thought that we need to change. From that moment, the search is on. And unfortunately, it's endless if you start looking for appreciation and love through others, from others, through your actions, and from your actions. What you need to do in order to feel as happy as a baby again is start turning back time on the inside until you are able to pick up your essential sense of love again where you once left it while growing up. Turning back the time is a cryptic term for activities that include any form of self-inquiry or self-reflection, often also referred to as inner work or even as personal development. With the help of the right people and a series of practical, helpful experiences, it is relatively easy to become as happy as a baby again. Some also refer to that feeling as being enlightened. All it takes to get there is the right guidance and dedication to wanting to do the work. Currently, I am writing a book in which I describe my entire journey of losing connection with my essential qualities, and what I did to try and find them again, how I got completely lost along the way, even though I thought I was doing better than ever, and how I eventually and ultimately became as happy as a baby again. I want you to remember from this video that you are love. Just like other essential qualities like joy, strength, and peace, it is at the core of who you are. How can you know? Simply ask yourself the question, what makes you feel most fulfilled or happy in life? I guarantee that your answer includes doing something for someone else, or maybe even for a large group of other people. Your desire to be of meaning to others is driven by your essential quality of you being, you guessed it, love. You are love. This is also the reason why people who are desperately looking for love often can't give it to others. In most cases, they even end up hurting others in their search for love. No one is born as a mean person, a bully, or as someone who intentionally hurts others. People who end up doing so once also were innocent, loving babies. However, somewhere along the way of growing up, they felt like they weren't loved, or at least not enough, which caused for them to lose connection to their essence as a result. In my opinion, it's a big problem that, generally speaking, there is not a lot of education that we get as we grow up about our essential qualities, and especially about what we can do to protect ourselves from losing connection to them. This is something that must change in order to decrease the suffering we experience and often unknowingly cause to others around us. I believe most suffering in the world is created by people who are lost chasing love and joy, just like I have for most of my life. In my next video, I will talk about how we tend to use other people and our environment in order to make ourselves feel happy. The emphasis is on the term use, because nowadays it is more common than not for us to use others to our own benefit, while not caring about the other person's well-being at all. I've been one of those people too. Right now though, I am sending you nothing but love from sunny Sydney, Australia. Till the next one.